Okay, today will be the second section on multimedia creation and management. Today is just about the recap questions and answer. If there's something you didn't understand from the last section, you are free to. The ground is open for questions today. Maybe when you were practicing and you had difficulties in anything, you can just ask our facilitator. I know last section, our moderator introduced our facilitator, but for the benefit of those that were not here, I'm going to introduce him again so that we can get to know him. Our facilitator is in the person of Mr. Sylvester Israel Ibonu, who is a certified librarian in Nigeria with a BSc Honors and MSc in Library and Information Science from Delta State University, Abraka. With over 11 years of experience in library consultations, setup, and he heads the e-library and reference market department at Delta State University of Science and Technology, Ozoro. Sylvester is a brand strategist, certified tactics trainer for the Grow with Google program, and a published author in peer-reviewed journals and books. Leveraging his expertise, spearheads innovative initiatives, content creation, and professional branding to enhance visibility and achieve academic goals. Recognized for his proficiency, he conducts impactful. Hello, can you hear me? Some people are chatting that they can't hear anything. Did you guys hear what I just said? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Hello. I can't even hear anything. Okay, sorry for the transmission. The network is very bad. You guys will just bear with me. The network is very bad at my end. Like I was saying, he's recognized for his proficiency, conducts impactful training on AI tools for improved work and research productivity. His impact campaigns and workshops, reaching over 50,000 participants, also cover leadership, team building, information and digital literacy, youth empowerment, and more. As a global capacity builder, media and information professional, and digital leader, Sylvester is dedicated to shaping purpose-driven teams and providing cutting-edge information and media solutions. He is married and blessed with two purpose-driven children. Let's all give a hand for our facilitator, embodiment of knowledge, and we pleased to have him in our midst. Thank you very much for bringing out time for us to learn from your whole database of knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Afeme Funa Mirabel, right? Am I correct? Is Mirabel there?
Please, sir, your voice is low. I don't know if it's just from me. Please, if you all can't hear it, just indicate on the chat section. So I'll know if it's just me or every.
Okay, everybody listening or watching right now, please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Maybe someone can just open their mic and comment. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear because I have so much to do today and I need to round up this class as soon as possible.
Loud and clear.
Okay. So, now I want to confirm, I believe, Femi Funa confirms they can hear me. I don't know. Blessing is saying they can hear me. So I'm just going to proceed, starting now from 12:25 and see what we're going to do in the next few minutes. So very quickly, I want to welcome you back to Multimedia Creation and Management, the fourth module of the Digital Literacy Training Cohort 1. We are going to do a quick recap on what we did last week. So I hope we are all ready for the recap. However, before we go into the recap, I want to let you know that I know some persons I saw some messages asking for the slide or the content. Recall that my slides, I said, are interactive. They have videos, they have clickable links. So what you can do is request from the organizers to give you the version of this presentation that has the animated content and those clickable links, so that your learning will be smooth. So that's just an additional information. So like I said, last time, as part of our recap, we did a brief introduction, understanding multimedia, content and creation, content and content creators. We did some definition of terms, and then we looked at creatives, librarians can actually apply multimedia in improving user experience. And immediately after that, we went into the practicals. But today we are going to be looking at something different, with the assumption that you have started your practical. We're not going to be looking at the requirements for creating content and some very important tips for creating content, and then we are going to be doing some practical. Now, for those of you who attended my first class, I believe you know what to expect today. I'm repeating the goal for this module because it is very important that I make it clear to you that at the end of this module, which ends next week, it is expected that we raise, who is Karim? Please mute your mic. Karim. So, host, can you mute everyone, please, so that I'm not distracted, please? So, at the end of this module, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
You are muting me. My mic is mute.
Yes,
you are muting me.
We can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
I'm the one opening it. Please try to not mute it again. You're muting it over there. So. Okay, so I was saying this will help you to become a content creator. You will learn the skills and you acquire the knowledge to actually create multimedia content and manage them yourself. But that takes us to the proper recap. So you know how my style is. I like getting feedback. Oh, I'm suspecting you have not been seeing my screen. I don't know. Today somehow, moderator, you have to please keep in touch. If you are not seeing my screen, please let me know. Okay. So this is what I've been talking about. I said the clickable link is available, and this is what we are focusing on for this week. After that, we are going to now be looking at what you have learned. So in my usual manner, I want us to now go into the comment section.
Sorry, sir. Your screen, there's nothing, just your name that is showing.
Communicating with me. What is showing on the screen? Is my screen sharing?
Okay, we're seeing it
Yeah, we
now.
can
Is my
see your
screen sharing? What is
Yes.
showing?
Yes, multimedia creation, tools and tips. You are on the right track.
Okay, what do you see? What do you see now? What do you see
Multimedia
now?
creation.
Distract me
It
when
just
you...
started showing now.
No, distract me with your
Exactly.
feedback.
All right.
That's what's
So
important on your
meaning you
screen
can
now.
see my screen. So I'm saying this because some of you who have attended my class before, like I said, I told you I love feedback. So as part of the recap and questions and answer section, I want you to go into the comment section now, and I want to see evidence of what the time I spent with you last Wednesday. I want you to show me and tell me what you have learned. So use the comment section right now, and I want to get feedback. I want you to express to me what you have learned. There were assignments that were given. You were asked to create a carousel. I want to know how many people created that carousel, and I want to know what you have learned. So use the comment section, and if you can also speak, unmute your mic and speak to me if you have something to say. So I'm on standby now. Moderator.
Yes, sir. We're waiting for them. Some might be typing.
Okay, please, you can take over from here. We need people to give feedback. You can ask them to unmute their mic, whoever doesn't want to type. I want to know those who actually have gone to watch the practical video, those who have done something, those who actually carried out the challenge, because like they are aware. If I don't get great feedback, you can't get the best out of me in this class. Like I said, I get gingered by your feedback. So if there's proof that you didn't do anything after the last class, I won't be motivated to give you loads of information today.
Please, please. You guys should say something now. Some of you were asking questions on the group chat, meaning that some attempted the practicals. Please, if you have something to say, just unmute yourself and speak, or you raise your hand, or you use the chat section. Anyone, the ground is open for you. Please, let's make this an interactive class. Let's ginger our facilitator. You saw how he gave himself out in the last class. Please, you people should ginger him. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Sylvester.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ibrahim.
Thank you very much for sharing your knowledge with us. For me, honestly, I've learned a lot from your last class, and I did my assignment. I already submitted it.
Okay, great. The assignment was on what?
The carousel, I created carousel using the 4 multimedia in the libraries.
Okay, where did you submit it?
I submitted in the Google Class.
Okay, that's fine, because I checked there this morning. I checked, I didn't see. What you can also do, like I said, Mr. Ibrahim, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Now, this particular class is not just for you to do assignments that will be graded. This particular class is for you to do assignments that you can use for the enhancement and promotion of your library services. So the multimedia content you create, actually, you are supposed to use it, post them publicly for the intended goal to be achieved. I don't know if you understand me, sir.
Yeah, it's well understood.
Yes. So once you post them, you can use the digital NLN DLT recommended hashtags so that we can also track your post and see what you are doing online. So, and it gives visibility to your library. Also, please, you may want to also share that assignment in the group, in the WhatsApp group, so that I can give you my personal feedback or review clearly there.
Okay.
So is there any other person? If there's no other feedback, so that we can just continue, please. Equilem Chukwunazia said, I have watched the practical video. I have also started my assignment, but network challenge. Hopefully by Monday I'll be done. That's great. That's a great attempt. Well done. He said the class was impacting. I saw the need for multimedia in library, and I'm ready to apply them in my day-to-day work. So today I'm going to be giving you tips that will actually help you apply them in your day-to-day work. So is there any other comments so that we can know whether to proceed? Or questions? Do you have questions? Questions so
There's
far?
no other
You
question.
watched? Okay,
Yeah,
please go ahead.
okay, sir. While going through Canva, I discovered that most of that we need a pro version, or we need to pay to have access to so many of the items in the Canva. You promised to show us how to go about it, but I don't know if you can still give us a tip on that today.
You can see my screen now, right? Where I said, just like you said, like promised. You see the hints to get it done. I clearly mentioned it here, what your observation is, which is correct. That shows you actually went ahead to carry the assignment out. It says Canva has it's a free app. It also has free templates. But the advice I gave here was try to use those free ones. I know many of them are pro features. But if you need the free one, this is a NLN organized event. You may speak with the organizers on how you can get the pro features. However, that is something that we can actually work on to advise you how to get that, but certainly not in this particular broadcast. Okay, so I don't know if that question is answered. If there's any other one, please let me know.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll tag you in the WhatsApp with the assignment.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I will give you my feedback, and then you can go ahead to upload. So, Madam Moderator, would you want me to continue now, or to still do the recap and questions?
The thing is that you can continue since some of them have talked about what they have learned so far. Thank you.
Okay. So let's go into the class now, multimedia creation. So this is where we stopped last week, multimedia creation, some of the tools and tips that you need. I believe we can see it on the screen.
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, beautiful. So, first things first, what we're going to be looking at are the requirements for the application of multimedia in libraries. Somebody said, please, I need recap to follow. Thanks. Okay, what I would do is this. Let me do something. For those who are joining this class, maybe they missed that first class. What I'm going to say now is, can you see my screen? It's shared into 3 parts. What we did on Wednesday is we talked about understanding media, understanding the content and creators, then creative ways librarians can apply multimedia. And then we proceeded to talk about what is stopping librarians from actually doing these things when they know that it can help them improve their services. Okay? Now, then the practical, we now also did practical, and I shared the link for you to watch the practical. That is what we did last week. Then today, we have done a recap, and I've given opportunity for us to ask questions, and I have answered all the questions. The only question I have not answered is the one I'm seeing in the chat section right now from Larry. Larry says, I'm finding this section very difficult. Larry, please, can you unmute your mic? And please let me know specifically what part of this module is not clear to you, so that I can just briefly talk about it before going to the business of the day. Please unmute your mic quickly and let's hear from you, Larry. Is Larry there? Hello?
Larry, can you hear our facilitator? Is unmute your mic and tell him orally what part that is really
Okay. He said he can't speak. He said he can't speak. So, okay, but then you have not actually specified what your challenge is. Your challenge is very generic. You say you are finding this session very difficult. What I would advise you to do is actually watch the recording of this class again, because the class is not actually really difficult. For you, if you actually participated from the beginning, the first one, if you take your time to watch it again, you will see that it was a step by step. I won't be able to go through the whole class again. So what I advise is watch the videos again, especially that practical class. The video was sent. Click on that video. It's a YouTube video on the National Library channel. Watch it at your own pace. Pause and play till you understand it and you realize that it's actually not very difficult. Hopefully, I have answered the question that you just asked. So going further, I will now start explaining to us what the requirements are for multimedia application in libraries. So multimedia application in libraries, what I mentioned here is, first of all, there are too much information. There's so much influx of information on the internet for people to consume. So it is important for libraries to actually set up inspiring spaces in their libraries, places that encourage other forms of learning in the libraries instead of just books. There are libraries that have up to 500,000 books. Okay, now there are students who would find it difficult to read and understand. Those students, if you have a space in the library where they can watch an educative video, this can help them understand properly. So my recommendation today is libraries must start putting measures in place to set up inspiring learning creative spaces in the libraries to get their users more engaged, spaces that can help the different categories of learners. And one thing I know that libraries and librarians will experience in this process is that they may find it difficult in actually getting it right. Librarians, especially those of us here now, if you do not go through trainings like this, you may find it difficult to set up effective spaces or effective management systems to actually achieve this goal. Okay, and that's why I said libraries may struggle without addressing the requirements for multimedia creation and management. Now, what are those requirements that I recommend? I have categorized them into three. I've made them into three categories. The first one are infrastructure. You are going to need gadgets. You are going to need some devices. And it's categorized under technical infrastructure. And then next, you will now need software. So while the first category falls under the hardware, the second category are software that you will need for these systems to actually process whatever you create with these infrastructures. Now, number one thing that I need, apart from the space, I think maybe please bear in mind, before this slide will come to you, you notice there are some spaces. I'm still updating this document. I'm going to update some other information. And I think one of the information I'll put here is a space. You need to get a very befitting space for your multimedia section or maker space or creative section in your library. You may say there is no space in your library, but there's one particular room that is rarely used in your library. Okay, why not convert that space into your multimedia or creative section? And take note, that space, you can create that space within your e-library. Within your e-library for people who lack space. Okay, now what are the gadgets you will need? You will need computers, you will need a digital camera. Take note, you don't necessarily need every of all these items that I'm mentioning. Okay, you can start with just computers, you can start with just internet provision. Okay, now you will need a digital camera. Sometimes you need the one that can record videos separately, you need the one that can take pictures separately, or you can buy the one that actually carries both functions together. You will need a good microphone. There are some people who want to learn how to speak, who want to enhance their voiceover skill. They want to learn how to be a voiceover artist. All this kind of thing, if you have a good microphone and a good software, they can use this microphone and lapel mics and all that to record very great video, audio content. Also, you need reliable internet, because most of this content tools, they need you to access the internet. You will need green screens. Green screens, time will not permit me to explain each of all these things. Green screens helps you to I don't know if you can see my video right now. Can you see me, everybody? Can you see my video? Can you see that I'm using? There's nothing in my. I need feedback now. I need feedback. I'm not getting any engagement today. These guys, you're
Yes,
not
sir.
gingering me today. What's
You
going on?
pardon us, sir. You pardon us, sir. The network is terrible on so many people's end. They are
Apart
even
from
dropping
network, it
messages.
seems that some of you have not had breakfast. You see? So, okay, so what I want you to do is let me know in the comment section. Can you see my video? Do you see that you can't see what is actually behind me? Instead, you are seeing a banner behind me, a banner that talks about, if you see towards my left here, you see the ask symbol is there. And then if you look towards my right, you see my website and my upskill community. Do you see that? Now, as in a multimedia section of your library, you may need to have a green screen. That's a green, any sort of green background, where a plain background where people can shoot videos. Sometimes you see CNN and some of these TV stations, you see how beautiful their studio looks sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't look beautiful. And sometimes you see why they are speaking to you. At the back, you will see the reports they are giving. You will see people moving. You will see the video of the report. It is because they are using a green screen like I'm using right now. That's why they can replace that green screen with whatever content they feel like replacing it with. So that's why I included green screen among some of the content or the requirements or materials that you will need for your library when you are considering setting up. So I hope that my explanation of a green screen was well understood. So I'll continue now. Okay. Pardon me. My slide. Okay. So, we also need video conferencing equipment. You need to carry out, some people may come to the library, they say they want to do a meeting, a Zoom meeting. Do you know that in your library, if you have a space that is really convenient for this, people can come to your library and say that, if we want to have any video conferencing meeting, it is the library we must use. Imagine that you have an interactive board in that particular space, such that you just touch the screen, and then that's where you are touching screen, you are having meetings. I cannot overemphasize this, right? But just take a look at the whole item here: wireless presentation system, virtual reality headsets. Okay, those videos that I recommended to you to watch in the first part of this my training, you will see all these things I mentioned. Small room where you have virtual reality headsets that people can wear, and then they are learning, they can see things. Okay, projector section in case you are unable to afford an interactive screen. Also, that takes us to the multimedia content creation tools. For instance, we have some that you can use to create audio: Audacity, Virtual DJ, SoundForge, all these are audio tools or software. Then we have the ones you can use for graphics, motion, and video. We have Canva, we have Photoshop, we have CapCut, we have Filmora, Wondershare, there's OBS Studio, there's Adobe Animate, there's WordPress you can use for blogging and all that. There's Hootsuite for social media management, okay? And then we also have the final thing I recommend after having the hardware and the software, which is the technical infrastructure and the multimedia content creation tools, the next thing that you will need is what I want to assume as the technical know-how. You need the training. You need to know how to use these things, how to set them up. You need someone to teach you. And where can you learn all these things? There are lots of sites, there are lots of platforms where you can self-learn. And for personally like me, those who attend my classes, who know me so well, they know me that my first university, the first place I go, which is the poor man's university, is YouTube. I don't have to pay anything, but I go there to learn every day, okay? So Coursera and Udemy, they have free courses, but there are some that you have to pay. But YouTube, like I said, is the poor man's university. You don't need to pay anything but get data on your phone, and you can learn anything you want to learn. So consider all these suggestions I've given here. Also attend webinars and trainings like this one put together by the National Library, or other trainings put together by individuals, okay? These can help you in actually setting up or applying multimedia in your libraries. So before I go further, I hope we understand clearly what I mean by the requirements for application for multimedia in libraries. Please use the comment section and let me know if you are learning from this class so far. I want to go to the comment section now to see what your comments are. Great. Ekwelenchukwu Naza says we are learning, sir. Great. I want to see more feedback. If you are grabbing value. Yes, we are following. Ibrahim says, Blessing says, yes, great explanation. So now, yes, Sabine says yes. So bear in mind, this class is not to speak grammar. This class is to actually make a multimedia content creation out of you. So immediately after this class, we want to see that you are setting up multimedia spaces in your library. You are creating multimedia content, okay? Please, this class is more of a practical class. You actually practicalizing what you are learning. So if you see what I'm presenting today, I'm not speaking any sort of grammar. I'm just showing you things you need to do when you live here to upgrade your service and profile as a librarian. Okay, thank you, Sabine. Thank you, Larry. Larry, who said it was difficult, is beginning to say it's very interesting. So I like that feedback. So that's really, 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 really great. So now, I've given us requirement, but there's a part I now want to focus on. The first part has to do with technical infrastructure. I cannot be the one to buy technical infrastructure for you. But I can show you the places where you can get multimedia tools, and I can teach you how to use the multimedia tools. And that's why I'm focusing now on multimedia tools for creation. And multimedia tools, they are the applications, they are the software, or we can say they are the devices that you can use for content creation, content editing, and content management. Even content dissemination or presentation, okay? So any type of software that you use in creating content, or you use in editing content, or you use in managing content, or you use for presenting content, like currently I'm using Canva to present these slides to you. So Canva can be assumed as a multimedia tool. I use Canva to prepare these slides. So Canva can be assumed as a multimedia tool. Some of the videos I've shown to you, I use CapCut to create them. So CapCut can be assumed as a multimedia tool. But the bottom line today is, with the right tools and the right creative people who have acquired the appropriate knowledge like you are doing right now, libraries can actually go ahead to educate and achieve the mission of them educating their users, empowering their users, and boosting patronage. Don't forget, we established that many libraries have the challenge of our libraries are not being patronized. They see us as just people who deal with books. Nobody comes to the library. They say we don't do anything in the library. There are so many stereotypes about librarians in the library. Now, if you start using these tools, what I am saying is, with the right tools and with this right knowledge you are getting, libraries, even you yourself as a librarian, you can boost patronage, you can influence the perception of what people think about you. People will stop seeing you as just a bookworm or that stereotype narrative, and they will start seeing the value that you bring to the table when you start leveraging multimedia tools. Now, further deeper into these multimedia tools, I categorize these multimedia tools into four. The four tools, ways I characterize them, if you notice, you can see they are still scanty. I am still increasing the list. So before you get this slide, I'll make sure that I've increased the list. But these are the core ones that I actually use for content creation. For instance, for graphics and animation, I use Canva, I use Adobe Photoshop. Please pardon me, the first one you see there is not Core, but Corel Draw. I was going to write Corel Draw. I use the multiple mixtures of apps to create content. Corel Draw, Adobe Photoshop, Microsoft PowerPoint, okay, etc. I'm going to include some other ones you can use to create animations. And then for video creation, I use Premiere Pro, and I'm not sure I would recommend that for you right now. Premiere Pro is an Adobe app that are used by professionals. The people use all these movies you see being shot. Most of these movies today are edited using Premiere Pro. They were not edited using Canva. They were not edited using CapCut and all that. Premiere Pro is the professional tool for editing video. Premiere Pro, Adobe, Premiere Pro. What are the other classes? I don't know why it's keeping my head now. Okay, but I will include it. You will see them. Some other ones you can use to create animation. Adobe has all those apps. I will include it there for you. And then there's Wondershare. Even Canva can also be used to create video. And then for creating text, as simple as Microsoft Word is a multimedia creation tool used for content creation tools used for creating text. And you can use Wix and WordPress to manage your blog and all that. Also, we have audio content, Audacity, Virtual DJ, SoundForge. All these tools can be used. Let's say you want to do a podcast or something. You can use Audacity to edit your audio, or you want to do an audio book. You can use Audacity or SoundForge to actually edit. And let's say you have an event in the library. In that your multimedia section, Audacity can be used to record your event. Some of you are surprised, how come a particular event is organized and then the message or the lecture from that event comes out that same day by the technical team? It is because they have used a particular software and connected to the mixer where the person was speaking through. So the software, Audacity, records directly from the mixer, and it gives you a filtered audio sound without noise, without any scratch at all. So all these tools help to filter your audio better than any other tools can do. So I'm going to ask you a question again now. I hope you now understand what we mean by multimedia content creation tools and how they work, because I know you may not understand how they work, but for this class, we are going to be doing practical on just one tool. There are a variety of tools. And why did I choose Canva? Canva is the only tool that we're using for this module, practical. And that is because everything about content creation, personally, if you go to my channel, for example, I teach people that with Canva, you can create anything. I have a few free videos on my channel that can teach you how to do that. Use Canva to create anything at all in this life. I tell you, Canva can create it. Is it video? Is it website? Is it blog? Is it flyer? Is it animated flyer? Is it PowerPoint? Just mention it. Canva can be used to create those content. And what is the good news? Canva is a free-to-use online graphic design tool, and you can use it to create social media posts, presentations, posters, videos, logos, and many more. Content is everywhere. So the question now is, are you creating? Let us now go ahead to create content. So, but before we do that, we will now do a little exercise. We were about to go into the practical for today because last time we taught you how to prepare a carousel. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to prepare a library promotion video. A library promotion video. That's the practical for today. So get ready as we are going to do that. So at this point, what I want you to do now, moderator, I want everybody to turn on their video. We have a practical to do right now. I want to start giving you tips and principles that you can use to create a very good content. Tips and principles to create a very good content. But before we do that, there's a class work we must do right now. So Mirabel, please help me emphasize that everyone should turn on their video. It's time for selfie. Are we ready for selfie time? So I'm going to stop stop sharing my screen for now, and then we will do a selfie. Are we ready? Are we ready? Nobody's answering me.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Please, you all had our facilitator put on your video so your faces can show for selfie. Thank you.
Okay. So I want us to take this selfie. So let me arrange myself. Yeah. Let me arrange myself to take this selfie. Are we ready? If you are not ready, I will delete your face from the selfie. This is class work. Class work. So don't say I don't tell you. So what you will do is immediately I say 1, 2, 3, go. You will say selfie time, and then you will do a screenshot of your screen. That's how you will take the picture. Are we ready? Let me set my own picture to take the picture also. Are we ready? Okay, if you are ready, type selfie time in the chat section. I want to know if you are ready. Please be fast. We don't have time. Type selfie time, or you type it as selfie time. I can see Sabine Akhtar. Your selfie is ready. I can see Madam Ifi Obim. Good to see you, Mar. Good to see you, Ekwelem Chukwunaza.
I have a question.
Good to see you, Charles. Okay, should we do it after this one, or we should just take your question first?
My question is regards to the selfie.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm using my laptop. How do I do the...
Okay, let me teach you how to use your laptop to do selfie. This is it's a skill you will learn. Do you see that if you are using a computer, there is something on your keyboard that says PROTSC. Check very well. PROTSC. Now, press your start button, which is your Windows button, and that print screen. Press it and see what will happen. What happened? Did the screen flash?
Control.
Not control. Your start button, your Windows button.
Okay.
And your print screen. Press it together and see what will happen. What happened?
It gave a flash.
Exactly. It has taken you a picture. So are you happy that you have learned that one today?
Yeah, thank you.
Good. So you have taken a picture. So those of you using a computer, just press the Windows button and the print screen button. It will take the picture. But those of you using your phone, all you need to do is use your 3 fingers to slide down on your phone, or you use the power button and the volume button to do a screenshot. So are we ready? Some say selfie time, some say selfie time, some say selfie time, some say tell again. Okay, so are we ready to go now? I'm going to take the selfie now. I said, if I say 1, 2, 3, go, then you say selfie time and you snap. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Selfie time!
Selfie time!
Woo! I've taken up to like 3 photos. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now I want to tell you is the essence of this exercise or classwork that we have done. Let me tell you what we have done. Now, being a librarian and you are now being taught how to create content, what I want you people to learn today now is this. I don't know. There's something I want you people to learn today now. Being a librarian, what I want you to learn is what you have done now was not just for selfie or social media purpose. What you have just done now is an exercise. So I'm going to ask you a question and then you put the answer in the chat section. When you were taking this selfie, everybody, please tell me, who were you looking at in the selfie? There were a lot of people on the selfie, all of us in the selfie. Now tell me in the chat section, who were you looking at in the selfie? That's the classwork. Over to you. I'm waiting to see your comments. Who were you looking at in the selfie? Who were you looking at while you were taking? I was looking at myself. Hey, equivalent. So you could not even look at every other person, whether they were properly dressed. Okay, you were looking at yourself. Okay, let's see. Who else? Afamefuna, Mirabel, moderator, even you that should be caring for everybody, you were looking at yourself. You didn't even check whether other people were okay. Okay, Sabine said she was looking at the background of her photo. And Onzilike says, I was looking at myself. Can you imagine? Everybody is just looking at herself. Even me, I won't lie you, I had to arrange myself. Okay? And I was preparing myself. I was selfish like you. I focused on myself more than you. I didn't want to care how you people were looking. I was just ensuring that I will look fine in the selfie. Even Madam Ify said she was looking at herself. So now, let me go back to share my screen and pass the very important message for this exercise. Can you see my screen now? Hello?
Not yet, sir. Maybe it's still loading.
Hello, okay.
Yes, sir, we can see it now.
Okay. So, now, the exercise we just did proves something. That what we all focus on is how to sell, how to bring patrons into the library. And what we care about is, there are no people in our library. We are just focused ourselves. But we are doing this now. We are doing this. We have books in the library. You keep focusing on yourself. You keep telling yourself you are doing this. You come to work every day. You have arranged the shelf, right? But there's something you don't know. The users that you are expecting to come to your library, they don't care about you, and some of them don't care about your library. What they care about is the problem that they have. What they care about is how they will look in your selfie. You are creating a space for them to take a selfie, but they don't care about the picture you want to print. They just care about themselves. They care about the value that the library will give to them. Nobody cares whether the library they say librarians can answer any questions. They say libraries are the gateway to knowledge. Nobody cares about that. What people care about is, how does the library benefit me personally? Now, let me use a proper example. Somebody, for instance, who is a fashion designer here, or somebody who bakes cake here, or somebody who has a private business here. What they do, you just open social media and then you go and post a material that you have just sewn or a cake you have just baked, and you say, hey, I am a cake baker, or what do they call them? A caterer. I am a fashion designer. Please visit my shop at so. Okay? So what you are doing is you are advertising yourself. But the truth is, none of those people you are advertising care about that advert you are making. What they care about is what will be the value of what you are doing to them. So the bottom line of the exercise we have just carried out is, as a librarian, or even in your personal business, don't sell, don't advertise. So type that in the section right now. Say don't sell and don't advertise. Please type it and I'll tell you what you should do. If you should not sell and you should not advertise, then let me tell you what to do. Don't sell, don't advertise. In fact, let me not use the word promote. I want to say don't promote your library. Don't sell and don't advertise your library. I want to tell you what to do. Type it in the comment section. Say don't sell and don't advertise. Good. Now, what should you do? Number one, educate. Educate people. So instead of coming up to say the library is open from so hours to so hours and you put it in a flyer, instead of doing that, why not teach people? Come up online every Monday and say, okay, the library will be teaching people how to, you can say every Monday I will be giving 5 tips on how to study correctly, or 5 tips on how to prepare for exam. I don't know if you understand the point I'm trying to make here. If you start educating people and posting content like this on your social media handles, do you agree with me that people will follow your page more and engage with you more because of that value they are drawing from you, instead of you coming up to post flyer that says the library is so open at so hours? Take note, once you have posted that information that says 5 tips on how to learn or how to prepare for exam, under it, you can now say, that one will be small, but the main message will be the 5 lessons. But under it, you will put your social media handles there and you will put your library opening hours there. So whether you like it or not, in a way, you have advertised, but to them and those viewing it, they don't see you as an advertiser, but they see you as somebody who wants to give them value, who wants to teach them how to prepare for exam. And because of that, they will not forget you, they will value you, and they will recommend your page to other people. So instead of selling or advertising, educate people, inform them, tell them about the latest trend, tell them what AI can do, tell them how not to use AI, advise them on where to get information, on how to research properly, entertain them if you have to entertain them. Social media is social, so bring out some very entertaining content sometimes. For instance, you are aware that we are currently, the president of the Nigerian Library Association is currently leading an advocacy project, the Library Challenge, and I shared that video last Wednesday, but I have not seen any of you who have made that video. The goal of that project, I want to repeat, is to actually influence the stereotype narratives. People have been thinking about librarians as bookworms, as this and all that. So this was another innovative idea to say, okay, let us think of a kind of entertaining way to convey what we actually do, instead of writing articles and publishing research papers that specify that this is who we are not so. Okay? This way, you will find out that people will view the content and they are like, wow, so these are who librarians are. Take note, what have we done? We have used multimedia to influence the narratives and mindset of the public positively. So I will stop here, and I want to see in the comment section you letting me know what you think about this exercise and what you have learned from how I have described it. So tell me in the comment section what you have learned. I'm waiting. Let me see. Let me see the comments. If you want to unmute your mic, please unmute your mic and speak with me. Let me learn. I want to hear if you actually draw value from what I have just explained to you. Thank you, Equilem, for saying this is inspiring. Don't forget, the more you ginger me, the more I give you more value. Woto. Okay? So, but then if you don't ginger me, we'll just be taking it as the Spirit leads. I'm waiting for you. I see, okay, just Equilem has made a comment. It seems some people have decided to just be quiet, but I will start mentioning your names if you don't speak. Okay, so I'm going to proceed right now. I am not to sell, but to educate and advise my users. Good. So I'm going to play this video. I want you to learn something from this video.
I guess the question is, how can this person sitting over there get 1 million followers?
That's the question.
How?
TikTok.
Okay, so I think it boils down to 3 things. One, be interesting. Just don't be goddamn boring. Say something, scream when you have to. Look interesting, say something controversial, say something that you deeply believe in. People tend to follow. 2, be privileged. Have enough money in the bank to focus on content creation, because it requires a lot of mental effort to create content all the time. And 3, be consistent. When I got...
Hello everyone, please, I paused the video to confirm if you can hear. Did you hear the video and did you see it? Hello? Good, good, good. So please, I will ask questions. So he has mentioned 3 things that you need to do. The first one, he talked about be interesting. The second one, be privileged. The third one, I will not mention. So make sure you are drawing the lessons from Nas Daily. Nas Daily is one of my favorite content creators, and I learn a lot from him. So keep listening.
Got my first ever viral video. I made 270 videos that failed. Yep. So I made 1,000 videos in 1,000 days. So that consistency, every single day, you gotta make content. Only then can you get followers or people interested in what you have to say. I started my journey on Facebook. I know it's not a creator platform, but I love Facebook. We got over 38 million followers on that platform in 13 different languages. I believe Facebook has the ability to make you go viral within a day. I don't think YouTube has that ability in the last 13 years, but Shorts has changed the game. The general answer is this. You should be at a platform in which there is demand for content, but not enough supply of content. TikTok blew up. There's a lot of demand for content, but not enough supply of content creators. That's why you make a video and it goes viral. So now, I think TikTok has that imbalance, YouTube Shorts has that imbalance, and LinkedIn has that imbalance.
I love that.
Where should people bet, and are the other platforms actually going to continue to succeed?
What audience do you want?
Yeah.
If you want kids, go to YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Snapchat. If you want CEOs, go to LinkedIn. If you want technology people, go to Substack. If you want 25 and above, go to Facebook. I want 25 and above, so that's why I love Facebook.
Yeah.
Because the audience is someone I can relate to. 2 weeks ago, we started a LinkedIn show for the first time in 5 years. And my chat with the LinkedIn leadership basically made me realize that in the next few months, 60% of the news feed will most likely become video. Images are dead. Text is dead. So video is the future. Let's all agree on that, and then metaverse. So if the news feed of LinkedIn is going to be 60%,
you believe the metaverse is going to happen?
100%.
Okay. But
Never bet against dedicated people.
Okay.
So 60% is going to be video. Again, imbalance. Nobody's creating video content on LinkedIn. That's the opportunity. Your profile is going to change. I don't care about where you studied 20 years ago. I care about your most recent post. And I think the profile is going to change as well to highlight creators a little bit more on LinkedIn.
Sarah, you and I, well, we've talked earlier about how if you're relying only on advertising, you're dead. And so what else can you use a big social media following to get outside of advertising? And how could people in the audience apply that to their business?
So look, people need to remember that distribution equals money. Forget ads. If you reach 1 million people on the internet, most likely one of them is the CEO of a company watching your video in the bathroom, and he's like, oh, we should use this person in my company. Let's give him $100,000. That's how the world works. So when it came to the story of Nas Daily, I indexed on distribution. I don't care about ad revenue. 100, 200, 300 million views per month. And then we built the company on top of it, in which we went to the company people. You've seen the video in your bathroom, now let's work together. And that's why now we're like 120 people as a company. We're venture backed. We just raised $11 million for Nas Academy. The investors also knew the videos, and it made the process of raising money and hiring people 10 times easier. 5 million haters.
Yep.
What the hell? I'm not used to getting a million hate messages.
Yeah.
No human is built for that.
Just quickly, what's your number? It makes you stop, money-wise.
This is not a mission to become famous.
Okay.
This is a mission to make value. You
This really gets to me. See, are there people watching this video? Are there people in this class with me? That last question summarizes that exercise we carried out. Nas Daily is somebody who his video never gets less than 1 million views. Okay? Sometimes 13 million, 5 million and above. Now they are asking him, what's the limit? What's the digit for you in regards to money? This person is saying money is not his priority, but value. Then you that just started content creation, you that is just trying to promote your library or your business today, you are now worried about, I don't have followers. I want to monetize my Facebook. I want to monetize my YouTube channel. So what the essence at the end of the day is, ladies and gentlemen, we should all put out efforts to be giving value and pushing out relevant content out there that will make people see us and value us and the services that we render. I hope, anyway, please, I want somebody to unmute their mic. I just feel like I don't have the right words to explain that video. Somebody who feels really motivated like I am right now, unmute your mic and speak to this video that we have watched together, please. Somebody, I'm waiting. Oh, nobody wants to help me.
I want to talk. Hello?
Please go ahead. Just open your mic and speak.
Okay, fine. From the video, I learned that I should be consistent. Okay? I shouldn't be one that do my video today and tomorrow I'm off the line. I should be consistent with my videos. Then I should be dedicated also. Then I learned something great now. Video is the future. Text is almost dead. Video is the future. Then value is the aim thing. What value are you giving to people?
Amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you so much. Okay, so now that we have learned that, let us now go to round the class up. I've spent about 1 hour so far. So let me round up the class so that we can take our practical. Now, the question now is, now that we know all these things, why should we create all these contents? The type of all this, like what Nas Daily has said, and everything I have described. Why is it important for us to create all this content? Number one, for us to be able to convey complex ideas and emotions and messages more effectively than text can do. Now, in the library, you know that sometimes we use posters, we use memos or notice boards to communicate. So there are some kind of messages that we want great feedback. Instead of using those normal methods, you leverage on graphics and content. And also, for you to be able to establish a strong brand identity and command attraction. Don't forget, I use attraction here deliberately because in the first class we had, I talked about attraction. Everybody needs attraction. If people don't know what you are doing will not grow. And if what you are doing does not grow, you will soon be out of business. I told you to write that down yesterday. Okay, so it is multimedia that can help you build a strong brand for your library, such that your library will have a very major visibility, or your business will be very, very strong in the online space. Also, content can help people can help to give people reasons to engage with your brand or services. And also, it can help to capture the viewer's attention and make them more likely to interact with your content. Compared to traditional media, let's say you just print on paper. People may read it, 1,000 people may read it, but you will not know. But if it's a video you post on social media, you will know how many people have viewed that video. So you can see the interaction. People will comment, they will tell you, I don't like the video. Some will tell you, I like the video. So it helps you to know how well you are doing. And then The next thing now is something I promised you. I usually don't share this for free. I promised you during our last class on Wednesday that in case you are the one that is thinking of, okay, you don't know what kind of content to create. Now, please do a screenshot of what you are seeing right now on the screen. www.answerthepublic.com. This is a major place that content creators come to get instant, raw search insights direct from the minds of your customers. Regardless of your customers, whether your customers are librarians, whether your customers are library users, if you are looking for what kind of content to do that they will consume, that will trend, that will be relevant, go into this website and ask the question, and you will see what people are searching for, what people want to learn. So based on what they want to learn, you can now start shooting videos or designing flyers or doing podcasts in line with those contents. So I really want to see your comments. I need you to say thank you for this thing I've shared with you. So I'm going to the chat section and I want you to say thank you. Because for those who really understand what I've just shared with you now, you would appreciate it. So I'm coming to the chat section and I want to see if you really appreciate this information I just shared with you. Mirabel said thank you. Say me thank you and ginger me. Okay. So I'll proceed now. Having said that, we are now rounding up with the principles. Somebody has spoken different language. Dalu, Imela, Ndewu. I hear you. Okay. So what are now the principles? I've given you some tips, and the tips are still coming. What are the principles and tips for creating engaging multimedia content? Number one, there has to be meaningful interactivity. Number two, you've heard Nas Daily. There has to be consistency in your design. If you are using sans serif, if you are using Times New Roman in creating a particular design, make sure you maintain that particular font across board. Intuitive navigation, use familiar conventions and allow intuitive navigation via menus. That's if you are working on a content management system, a site, etc. Then responsive design, optimize display for different devices like mobiles, tablets, and laptops. I don't know, some of us, when you design your flyers, you don't know that some people want to use it as DP. I don't know if you've noticed. After designing your flyer, some people use that flyer as their DP, and you find out that it will crop out some important part of your flyer. So the goal of that design has been defeated. So before you even start the design in the first place, make sure it is a responsive one that can blend in any environment. So for me, I just always use the square pattern, the Instagram style, which makes that flyer easy to use anywhere, okay? And then making the design accessible, using captions, and then using alternative text. If you are uploading it on your content management system, you're using alternative text to describe that particular content. So in case some people don't have internet to load whatever that content is. Also the visual hierarchy, use headings, contrast, white spaces to, if you see my slide now, for some people, if I tell you to create, hey God, I hope you people are seeing what I'm talking about. Can you see my slide? Can you see all these things I'm talking about, the principles and tips? So some people, once they are doing their design, you see this my design, principles and tips. Some people will carry this text and the text will be by the edge of the slide. So there's no space. Everything looks so clumsy. All these are things you need to ensure for visual clarity and ensure that everything looks really great. Then your content needs to be concise. Use clear words instead of a lot of grammar. Okay? And then what else? Let me give you some other tips. This is just tips and then we'll round up. Other basic graphic designing tips. All this, I munched out all these from my course, my personal course that I do, which you can find on my website. So basic graphic designing. So, and according to, I think I credited the conversion, these people here, conversion minded. So they recommended 10 social media design tips. Number one when you are designing, determine the most important thing to convey. Stick to one or two fonts instead of using Times New Roman, using Arial Black, using Tahoma. Everywhere you like to use all the beautiful type of fonts and making the whole place look really rough. Use images that match what you are actually talking about. Use clips that match if you are editing video. Make sure text is easy to read, or and then choose 4 to 5 brand colors. Don't use colors all over the place. You can see this particular color here now. If it's red, you want to design with, that is the brand color. Use colors that are related to red. Not go and use green. Green has nothing to do with red in your brand in the first place. So use colors that blends, like orange, even pink slightly goes with this, yellow. So also get honest feedback once you are through, and that's what I always do. And that's why I said immediately you finish your own assignment, always show it to people to see and give you feedback before you post them on social media. Create guidelines for the image you use, and please take a screenshot of all these because of time so that I can round up. So today now we are ending with the practical. Our practical for today is how to create a promotional video for your library or organization using Canva. Like I said, these are clickable. If you click on the link, it will take you there. So, moderator, are you able to post the link for them? The video, because I think that's what we did the last time. I think I posted it.
When the video is...
You said?
Are you talking about the Zoom recording? The Zoom recording, is that what you're talking about?
No, the practical part of our class, of this class, this particular class.
Okay, it will be posted to the group.
Okay, so I think I've laid my hands on it. Practical session. All right, the link, I've posted it now. So, have you seen it? So, what you have to do now, everyone, is you have to watch the video. This is a video I did from scratch. I edited a full video using Canva from scratch. If you see the video, you will understand. And honestly, those of you who have attended that first class or watched that first practical, you understand that my teaching process is really, really as simple and practical as possible. No grammar inside. I created the whole video from scratch to the end, and I explained how I did everything. So watch the video and you will now be able to create a video for your library. And so let me just play the video so you have an idea. So this is the video you will see. It's on the National Library of Nigeria channel. So all you need to do is go into the video. You will see me in the video teaching you the practical. And I can create a complete video, a 2-minute video that really tells a great story in 30 minutes, sometimes in 15 minutes. And then sometimes I could create a flyer in less than 2-3 minutes. I could create a flyer. But in this video, you notice that it's taking me a little time. So I want you to know that I'm taking this whole process step by step. Okay. So that was just a sample of the video. So now I'm going to take us to our homework. We have assignments today. So once you have finished watching that video, your assignment is this. Take a screenshot of this so that you don't say you are not aware. The homework you have to do is to what? Create a video tour or promo, or a promotional video for your library or your business using Canva. What I did not just give you the assignment as I usually do. I gave you a link to watch an example of what I am saying, what the video should look like. It must not look like my own. Then I did not stop there. I gave you some hints and clue on how you can get it done. Number one, before you start the video, make sure you plan out the content. Structure out a writing, a plan, a script. If you check my own practical video, you will see that I did a script for my own video first. I showed you I even created a script, a storyboard, recorded the video clips I will use and all that, and outlined the key message I wanted to portray, the scenes, the visuals I want to use. I prepared all those things. And my own practical showed you exactly how I gathered all those contents. I didn't just start doing it. The whole structure, I prepared it and I shared it in that video. So make sure you go and watch that video. Once you have assembled the video content, use Canva editing tools to fine-tune the visuals, adjust the timing, and possibly do a voiceover. Then before you export and download, make sure you preview, and always preview before you upload. Then incorporate your organization's brand elements. Use your logos, your colors, your fonts to maintain consistency like I have explained. Then I've said this before that Canva is free, but if you want the pro features, we can actually work out that for you in collaboration with the organizers. Then the content you will create can be used for social media, like I said. It's not for just submitting for this class. We want you to use it to promote your library. Having said that, I have come to the end of today's class, and I want you, as usual, don't forget to give me a 5-star rating and follow me on my social media handles if actually you find my class really interesting. I'm going to put my social media handle on the screen for you. So once again, thank you very much for your time. Moderator, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, facilitator. Thank you. The class was very engaging, interesting, and I really appreciated how you brought out yourself to give us a full coverage. As in this little time, you gave us full coverage of this topic. I learned a lot of things. Even personally, paid for the class, and I didn't really get full value, even though it was in a long duration, just like you just did now. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Time. Thank you very much. I don't know if anybody have question for our facilitator before he leaves. If you have any question for him or any suggestion for him, just I'll give you like 2 minutes to drop it, or you ask the question before we close for today. Thank you. Okay. In absence of any question, I want to appreciate our mommy, the National Librarian, that allowed this program to even go on. I want to appreciate our coordinator that planned everything and make brought very good facilitators for us. I really want to appreciate him. I want to appreciate our team members, the ICC, that is making this whole program to go fluently without issues. I appreciate you all. Then to our participants, without you, we won't be here. Thank you for taking out your time. I really appreciate you all. And I pray and hope you all you all practice what has been taught, because if you don't practice, it will just come from your right ear and enter and go out through the left ear. You will think you have followed the class, but if you don't practice, nothing again. So please, let's all practice. If you have any other question for the facilitator, you can make use of the group chat and always ask your question. Please don't assume anybody will know you. Ask. If no, the question wasn't sent. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you all.
Okay, I guess we can go now, right?